Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now, of course, November 21st of 2021. We're only getting closer to the Book of Boba Fett release date on December 29th. That's really going to tie directly into The Mandalorian Season 3 and other Star Wars TV shows out there. That's really going to give fans a bit more vivid view of exactly what Jon, Dave, and of course George Lucas are really pre-planning for this new expanded universe. That's really going to stretch beyond, of course, 2022, 2023, and other years to come. That's really going to tie also directly into the return of Star Wars Legends. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of fun and entertaining things on there from time to time and interact with you guys further. So we're now in a very interesting phase for Star Wars because not only are we getting closer to the Boba Fett series, but we're also getting ready to see the official teaser trailer of the Kenobi TV series that Lucasfilm and Disney are already planning. A lot of things are beginning to brew behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm for the Ahsoka Tano series. In fact, filming for that series is going to begin by March of next year. Rosario Dawson is already actually doing a lot of rehearsals and a lot of training work for her role as Ahsoka Tano once again. Now, with Sabine Wren already cast, as well as Ezra and Thrawn, there's a lot coming our way for this new universe as a whole. So, with that being said, one thing that a lot of fans have been very much intrigued about is what's going on with all of the major retcons that are coming our way for the Star Wars universe, as well as the retelling of specific key moments that are going to be retold in this new mandoverse, if you will, as well as the new universe in general that's going to impact the sequel trilogy, the originals, and even the prequels in a sense, to different varying degrees. So, with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing about all of this is that now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are beginning to work on a handful of new Star Wars TV shows that have yet to be announced that will be unveiled at Star Wars Celebration. It's described that both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also heavily working on other shows like Ahsoka and Mando. However, many Star Wars fans are curious about Lucasfilm's structure for the new universe. One major plan by Lucasfilm is that they all have their eyes on remaking and refilming the ending of the original trilogy movies of the Star Wars franchise in a very unique way that is going to be done very carefully and respectfully to not only add more to the lore, but to also explore other areas of the ending of the original trilogy's end. Now, it's best described that Lucasfilm is currently already pre-planning its third season for the, of course, Star Wars Andor series that will release in 2024, that they are planning to end the Andor series with it having a time jump to the very end of the Battle of Endor, that it will all be redone and refilmed to add new battle sequences and new obstacles that the Rebellion has to go through to destroy the second Death Star. Now, further, it's said that Lucasfilm is going to briefly tap into exactly how the Bothans got the information for the weakness of the second Death Star, that will be followed by a full refilmed scene of the explosion and destruction of the second Death Star weapon. Lucasfilm is looking to even introduce new TIE fighter designs, B-Wings, and X-Wings into the Battle of Endor, along with other new and familiar ships to be added into the fight. Now, on top of this, Lucasfilm is said to also be focusing on remaking the Battle of Endor on the ground, apart from the space battle, that is set to bring in AT-AT walkers this time around, along with the AT-STs in different areas on the world, and that they are focusing on minimizing the use of Ewoks, as they will be focusing on different sections of the forest moon of Endor, also to actually explore other parts of the battle that were unseen. Now, the plan by Lucasfilm is to really recreate the ending of Andor, of course, with, of course, the Battle of Endor, to fully recreate the Battle of Endor into a mega battle that will not only explore familiar moments from the original trilogy that will be refilmed, but also other parts of the battle that fans have never seen. Lucasfilm is also developing moments that will involve parts of the second Death Star to crash land on Endor, as well as on Kef Bir, that ties directly into the sequel trilogy films. So, in case you guys are unfamiliar about Kef Bir, alright? That's the massive world with the big ocean in The Rise of Skywalker where you see the Death Star ruins. That's actually the second Death Star that crash landed there, at least a big chunk of it did. Meanwhile, the other wreckage is on the forest moon of Endor. So, a part of it drifted across space a little bit and went into the atmosphere of Kef Bir and landed right into the ocean. So we're going to be actually witnessing all of this. We're going to be seeing the wreckage crashing on Endor and on Kef Bir. That's really going to show you the real destruction of what happened above and exactly what happened below. So on top of that, fans will finally be able to witness the Death Star ruins, crashing into the ocean on Kef Bir and even crashing on Endor, wiping out portions of the forest that wreaks havoc on a village of the Ewoks, causing a massive wildfire as well. Creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also pushing for a Luke, Han, and Leia cameo that will be done in a brief matter in order to not overdo it with CGI, but they are planning to do something very special with those three characters to illustrate what they were up to before the Endor celebration. With Luke Skywalker planned to actually have a scene where he takes the melted Vader helmet for himself. Now, let me just stop right here for a second. You guys may very well be aware of that. One of the big canon pieces that Lucasfilm is actually planning is that how Ben Solo / Kylo Ren got his hands on the Vader melted helmet is because his uncle Luke actually had it within his Jedi temple. This is going to be told in a new comic book in February of 2022. Keep your eyes open. They're going to actually illustrate exactly how Ben Solo got the Darth Vader melted helmet and how he actually brought it back over to Snoke on board of the, of course, Supremacy ship later on of the First Order. Now, here's the thing about all of this, is that basically what this is doing is that this is giving us a reimagining of the Battle of Endor. This is not in any way, shape, or form going to make the original trilogy non-canon, especially the very end of Return of the Jedi, specifically. It's not going to do that. It doesn't seem like they're doing heavy retcons at all, per se, but they are giving us different angles, different viewpoints, if you will, of the Battle of Endor, as well as the consequences of the explosion of the Death Star weapon and exactly how that wreckage really impacted the world of Endor, you know, the forest moon. Now, the thing that really strikes me the most is how we're going to be able to see the wreckage crash landing on Kef Bir. I think that's going to be quite a sight. Again, they're planning to make Andor Season 1, 2, and 3 very high-budget seasons. It's going to have that real movie-esque look to it. In fact, you guys may have gotten a little glimpse of the Andor show, of what they're really building with the sets and everything. I mean, it's really like Rogue One, a Star Wars story, except it's a prequel. With Andor Season 3, however, they are planning to jump ahead well after Andor's death on Scarif to actually show us exactly how the Bothans got hold of the overall structure of the second Death Star and the weakness behind all of it, and exactly how that led to the rebellion winning. So we're going to be learning more about the Bothans in a sense, and I think that's going to be a very interesting key point in Star Wars, something that a lot of fans have been asking to see for a number of years, mind you. You know, hence the famous line, you know, many Bothans died to give us this information. So, overall, I think that this could work. Am I a little worried about it? I will admit I am. Is it necessary? Not really. But at the same exact time, I think it's going to be pretty interesting if they play their cards right. For two reasons. They're not really retconning anything major, and number two, they're not really doing this out of spite or anything like that against the fans. This is, of course, Jon and Dave also on board with this. They really want to expand the Battle of Endor into something mega, into something huge. And they really want to explore all of their avenues to kind of just really make us view the original trilogy in different aspects and how exactly, you know, the consequences were made by destroying the second Death Star and exactly how the Bothans got a hold of the plans and all that. So I think that's going to be very interesting as well. So overall, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.